10th meeting, called to order. The Board of Adjustments. Secretary, please take the roll of members present. You have the minutes before you, sent out. Are there any corrections or additions?
Mr. President, I make a motion to accept the minutes with the following corrections. On the last page, there was a motion by Bruce Burke, seconded by Trevor. It says to deny the request regarding off-street parking. The correction should be that there was a motion to accept, there was a motion to approve the off-street parking. That motion was actually defeated.
Okay, so it should read to approve the request, and the motion failed 3-2.
Yes,
Is that correct?
that's correct.
That is correct.
And since I'm making a motion, there's one other correction. Thomas Mitzel, DSU president, should read Dr. Thomas Mitzel under that same section 3 or item 3.
On the first paragraph?
Yes.
Okay. Any other corrections or additions? Hearing none, is there, oh, I should have had a second on that. Wait a second. Second by Trevor. Any further correction? Any further discussion? Hearing none? Bruce?
Aye.
Trevor?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
I'll vote aye. Okay, thank you very much. Regular agenda for October 10. To consider a request to reduce the front yard setbacks of 25 feet to 10 feet to construct a peaked roof over a 5-foot cement concrete porch, okay? At 3:42 seconds, who's here to speak for that? You want to come to the podium and give us your names and for the records?
My name is Marla Seville.
Dennis DeVille.
To tell us what you would like to do and what the hardship is here?
I don't quite understand it. We've done this since August, so we missed the September meeting, I guess. But what we did is we took the steps that we did have, they were crumbling, and I just had them put a little piece of cement, like, as big as the top of the step was, and I would like to peak it with a roof and then a railing with pillars in front of, just something to sit outside in the rain or whatever, and it would kind of give it a little bit of curb appeal.
Okay. Okay. Questions for Mr. and Mrs. Seville? Comments?
So I've got a question.
Yes, Bruce?
So now, I noticed the steps go up on the east side, and then the concrete extends to the west. Are you planning to cover the whole
No,
front
it would
porch?
just be over that front door.
Okay,
And the east side is just the patio door.
okay,
That's what those steps are.
okay.
This
So-
is off the north of the house.
The front.
I think everything goes to the west from your front door. The concrete goes to the west. And I think he was referring to, are you going to cover that concrete on the
Are you
front?
talking you said from the east to the west, going around the
Yeah,
house?
the steps go up on the east side.
Yes, that's the
of that-
patio door.
Okay,
And then the sidewalk does go around to the front, but no, that's not gonna be covered. It's just the
Okay.
front. It'd be like the top of the steps.
okay. The
And then
top
we
of the
have steps going down.
The top of the steps, and then to the west of that concrete extends at that same height.
To the side of the house, yes, to the,
Okay, and that's not gonna be covered?
yes, to the side of the house. It'll be peaked with a roof over that,
Okay, so all the concrete that's at that high level.
the
it-
built-up one, yes.
Is going to be covered. Okay.
Other questions?
Uh, notices went out to all the neighbors?
Yes, it did.
And-
I didn't receive any calls.
Okay.
There's no one here to speak for or against.
And I've talked to some, and they've all said they didn't care, and that, you know, they thought it would look nice,
Okay.
so.
Leonard, would you have any comment?
Well, according to the code, obviously, it's in front of the Board of Adjustment because it does not meet our current code. The structure does have an existing porch that actually does come out into the front yard setback, which it is allowed per code to do that. What they're trying to do here is actually put another porch in front of the existing porch, and then actually add steps onto the front of that. So where this, the concrete actually, the new concrete that is there would be where the existing steps were, or the previous steps were. So they're actually even coming out even further.
The existing new steps are gonna be gone?
No, where the previous steps were is where the new concrete sits right now. It was stated that the previous steps actually came right off the porch that exists. And now we have a concrete 5-foot by 14-foot concrete that was actually, this was all done without a permit. We actually were driving by and noticed the activity, and that's how we did do a stop work order, and that's why we're at this point right now. With the 5 by 14, it'd be a porch in front of a porch, plus the addition of, it looks like 4-foot steps out even further.
So really, the existing step, or the steps that were there possibly took up that 5 feet or 4 feet?
Correct.
And so really, we're coming out another 5 feet for the slab that's there.
Yeah.
Would this porch be put into the house then? Make
No,
that
it's
living
open.
space?
It'll be open with a railing, and it's got pillars.
Okay.
The roof part will sit.
What about the existing porch? What
It's-
happens to that? Stays as a porch?
It
Yeah.
stays as a porch.
All right?
Question?
Yes,
Question for Glenn. So in the application here, it says reduce setback from 25 to 10. And so was this out of code, or is it because of a new code from, it looks like they were, 20 feet back from the sidewalk.
It actually, the existing structure without any addition meets code.
Okay. So how do we go from 25 foot to 10 and they were only adding 5 feet?
Well, the existing porch protrudes out, which is allowed by code.
Okay.
So the existing footprint of the house, it may be, it's very close, because you can protrude out with a porch.
I see.
could this not be considered as part of the porch? With this the roof?
Well, the length of the porch, they already are right at that 6 foot. You can't protrude out 11 feet.
Okay. When I drove by there, the house on Second, looks like the house on the alley that goes north and south to the west of their home. There's a house right on that corner next to the alley. That looks like it would line up directly with the building that they are doing. Does that have any,
That'd be up to the board to decide.
okay. It looks like they're all helter-skelter in there, back and forth on that block.
Can I say something?
Yes, yes,
The neighbor to the east is way out beyond it.
that's,
Even our steps are, and then the one way on the other end, on the west end, is way out to the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So it's not, and ours, is kind of in even more so than they are.
Yeah,
But-
the one that's on the corner that sticks out, protrudes way out, is a different situation because that is a side yard, not a front yard. So that's a different situation.
Well, there's 2 houses on that lot, from the alley to the street.
Okay,
So, and then he has a 10-foot driveway in between them.
mhm.
And then his deck, he put in, on a deck, took his steps off and put his deck out, way out to almost the sidewalk itself.
Well, it's, any other questions here? Pat, you're thinking pretty hard here.
No, I just went by it yesterday as well, and it is a part of town where we probably don't have everything lining up like in some areas, and I guess that would lead me to make a motion that we accept this variance or grant this variance based on that view that they go ahead and construct this porch as indicated here.
Okay, a motion by Pat to grant the variance to put the peaked roof over the existing concrete pad. Is there a second?
I will second it.
Second by Corey. Any further discussion?
I do have one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the peak then, is that gonna come out to the edge of the concrete, or,
The top of the steps. So there's gonna be 3 pillars
okay,
over the peak, and then there's a little side roof over here, and there'll be a 3rd pillar at the end. And then
Okay.
there'll be a railing
okay, but then the roof line, will that stop right at the front of the concrete?
right at the top of the steps.
Okay,
So then you
Okay.
have the 3,
Okay.
the 4
Is
steps down.
that gonna be kinda like you have on the east side of your house then? Peaked roof?
Sort of like
Yeah.
that, yes.
Only-
Similar.
So it kind of covers the door, because there's always snow and rain on it and stuff. That's what I'm kind of thinking too. Keep it out of and it'll kind of keep the weather out of the porch.
but you're not gonna extend beyond that upper level? You're gonna stop right at that level?
It's gonna, yeah, and then,
okay.
we'll do some flowers and, I have a bush in front of it and, kind of do the landscaping but it'll be the top of that step is where those pillars and the railing would be, so you'd go down, but the peak would be over that.
I guess I would like a clarification, just let's call the 5 foot by 14 the landing, and is the motion to stop the roof line at the landing, the edge of the landing, or to cover the stairs?
No, just the landing.
We're not gonna cover the stairs.
Just the
Okay,
line.
just want to be clear.
Any further questions, any further comments? Hearing none. Pat,
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye?
Trevor,
Aye.
and I'll vote aye. The only comment I would have, make sure you work with the city people, the planners and the inspectors in the inspection department when you're doing any work.
I
on
guess,
the house.
well, we've lived there for 4 years, so,
It doesn't make any difference.
I know, I guess we were new to this and we
Yeah,
didn't really
but-
realize.
Have to work with the inspectors, so do
Now,
that.
do we need a permit
Certainly,
to go do this? Okay,
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
all right,
okay?
thank you very
Very
much. Can we
good.
get that today? Is that,
Go ahead.
okay,
Okay, do a nice job there.
thank you.
Okay, thanks for coming. Anything else to come before the board? Patty, you have anything? If not, we are adjourned. Do we have to have a motion to adjourn? Okay.
I will make a motion to adjourn this
Motion by
morning.
Pat, second by Trevor. We are adjourned.